Ready?
Yeah.
George, you want to count us in?
Thank you, on upset.
Two. Welcome back.
3 to 1 countdown.
Welcome to the Runs Podcast, live from Niki's garden. We've got the Wolfpack today. We've got Dean and Ben, like we said, and we've got some stragglers in Bay and a regular guest on the podcast now. George, how's it going? You all right?
I'm good.
Happy days.
First two-timer.
I know.
That's it.
Let's make it 3 now.
Yeah.
For a week's time.
You can sit the next time we're on holidays. We won't have to pause episodes. You can just dive in and host.
Exactly.
Happy days. Happy days. Today we're going to cover like triathlon, the Wolfpack, all that kind of stuff. And we wanted to try out the garden episode. But first today some of us have been running the Maesteg Minor Run this morning. What's the Maesteg Minor Run, Nick?
It's a free event up around the old collieries loop in Maesteg. Great event, in fairness, to put on by the council, is there? We said, I think the council put on free as a 5 and 10k. Nice little sort of a fun run. And yeah, it was good up there. Loads of people up and about. Bit of a family fun day after. A few of us run. A few of the boys were there supporting. Yeah, nice morning. Enjoyed it.
Yep. Lots of the runs vest as well, which are looking good in the flesh. And by the time this episode goes out, you've probably missed a boat. So, lucky.
But your orders in. You should have got your orders in.
I'll clip this up and get it out today now so people know they need to order.
You could have definitely sold it from the once.
Yeah.
Right.
I know, but we just needed mix. That's all we
That's
needed.
what we want.
Fair play to.
Yeah.
Got it.
But now there's a market for it. We can ramp prices up. We're just a humble podcast.
Have the new Alpha 5 now.
I know.
Carry on. Georgie, do you want to drink?
Very good, Rhodri.
Oh, level 3.
Beer or something?
Whatever's going.
Darga. Let's just get Rhodri a drink a minute.
Oh, we're ready, please.
It's got it all. Apart from Rudolph.
Rudolph, yeah.
Yeah, I'll go any
It's not going to have any Rudolph left in a couple of minutes.
No. Thank you very much.
No worries, but that's the recap, really. We haven't got much more to recap today, but the podcast is not about us, it's about everyone else. George, we know a lot about you already because, like we said, you've been on the episode.
Yeah.
So, Dean, Ben, Bay, anyone want to start with like why they got into endurance? Ben, I know you played rugby before, right?
Yeah, I did, yeah. I finished rugby when I was about 40, so straight into triathlon.
Yeah, you look younger than when you played.
Life crisis.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah. Like, the thing is, well, you play rugby anymore, and it's just like, you got to have something afterwards, by the same, and all the boys there, you got to have something to get up the house for, and that was it. I remember, like, I was thinking, how did I get into it? I just bought me a book, Beginner's Guide to Triathlon.
She went to the house.
Well, that was your friend.
The green light, didn't it?
That's it, yeah.
Yeah, so...
She should have read it first because you are out all the time trying to triathlon boys, right?
0 books later and 4 wives and he's still gone.
Yeah, it is together.
Yeah, but you did run a bit before now because we've done halves down in Cardiff for years and we go way back. We've always gone down.
We've always gone down, haven't we? And there's a few of us that have done it for years. We done it like we said earlier in a Beans Fest.
Beans Fest, yeah.
That was
after riding.
That was pretty good, yeah.
Yeah, so you've done it for a bit running wise, but nothing else. Before that, just.
Well, we went up to do the Great North Run, 2005. So that was
way back.
That was way absolutely back. Yeah. That was like shambles really. It was like we in Whitley Bay on the piss basically, and then got up the next day and cracked on, But yeah, it was great.
You've done London as well, didn't you?
Done in 2012.
Yeah, I was Billy.
Yeah, that was Ben Keogh. And,
he doesn't stop going on about it.
Honestly.
He's on about it today.
DM, just like, I'm the original London. I'm the original me, Ben.
You watching that like London?
After the last race we've done, was it Ben London?
Ben Keogh's London Marathon is Scott Gray's Iron Man.
Yeah, the very like the first ever to do both.
We ended up on a rickshaw. Like. That's the end of the day. So it's great. London, like you, and it's not
Amazing.
It is amazing.
Did everyone enter the ballot this year?
Yeah.
Anyone get in?
No joy.
No.
Categorically no. I did not enter the ballot. Like, I know about 2 people.
I said 2. Sam Creeber got in, didn't he?
And Liam Pennell's got a parkrun yesterday. Got in.
Oh, shit.
Ross Jones, Maesteg with my Citrons. With Paul Trident, so he was in the ballot. So a few people possibly have got it.
The worst I remember hearing of people have got in. Like my club, Phoenix, I haven't heard of anyone that's got it.
Like last one just gone. There's loads of like local people, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Strange, you know. It's
800,000 into ballot.
Yeah, it was most ever. Most ever spaces. 40.
But is there 40 when you give them to people like you? For a group age?
Yeah,
group,
but I think there's because they keep them separate.
Oh, it's just 40 for the ballot.
I think I'm not. I don't quote me on that, but yeah,
How many good friends get in?
6,000, 3,000 women, 3,000 men.
Is it?
Well, that's later in the year they do that, and then they have the charity, which they go 5,000. Well, it's about 50,000 total now. They went up last year. Rich.
Happy days.
Getting off subject.
Yes, and we need to apologise about the noise because Niki lives on the main road. Sorry, I can't help.
We did try something to the road for the podcast, but
They might have it.
Do you next time. Dean, what about you? Sporting background or dive straight into this head first? What's
Different
going on?
for me, yeah, much different for me. So I dabbled with a bit of football when I was younger, and
Yeah.
special Sunday league, that type of stuff. Clearly found out that I'm not the size of these guys, so rugby wasn't for me. Too many injuries quite early on. But yeah, I didn't get into it till 40s, Vincent at the bend. One of my mates was into cycling, so I went to watch him doing the Cardiff to 10.
Yeah, yeah.
Waited to the end, watched all these guys older than me, bigger than me, and just thought, like, look at this, buy a bike, and that was it for me. And I bought the bike, couldn't swim. I had to have swimming lessons, so I used to live next door to Darren Griffiths.
Yeah.
So he advised me, he said, do yourself a favour, get a swimming coach, get some swimming lessons. So I went to Pencourt Pool on a Wednesday night. And all the people in there were kids. They were like 12, 13-year-old.
all bigger than me.
Oh, I probably fit in quite well. And yeah, I used to go down there swimming wits with the kids. And wits on it.
yeah, 25-meter badge.
Yeah, but it was it was quite funny actually, because I'm sure they thought I was like the same age, because that's me what my
That's why you've got a beard now, isn't it?
yeah, what my favourite Star Wars figure was.
Well, I knew I liked that. What is the girl laughing at? Chicken nugget?
Chicken nugget, yeah.
Yeah.
But
Easy.
yeah, I stuck with it then, and yeah, it was good advice actually from Darren, because once you start getting a bit of a background, swimming's the hardest one, isn't it? And
It's
struggling.
Yeah. Especially like I've only ever swum properly like that in a sea twice.
Yeah.
So I only got to speak one night. That was so hard. Like, on the Barry one, and we got lucky that it was like perfect. Like apparently long course last year.
I couldn't have swum it all. They were saying long course was last
Like
year.
watching the boys last year in Wales, it was just like I'm not even getting in that. Like, so fair play, that looks daunting. But yeah, so like what have we done since? We've done
Yeah, I was one of the guys that fell into like the COVID years. So I did a couple of half Ironman. I did a series called I've been knocked, and I did one of those. And then we went on a family holiday to Sydney in Australia, and I managed to do a half up in Sydney. So it was pretty good. But my wife said, whatever, we can't swim in the sea. Sharks. So the swimmers in the rowing regatta where they had the City Olympics. So it's pretty good. Even though all the family wiped me up with his crops and stuff in there. Yeah, it was a bit different. So if we travel around, I like to try and do something a bit different. And then 2019 then signed up to Ironman Wales.
Yeah.
But it was like same year as Ryan. COVID years, got bounced twice. So we had like 3 years to train straight off.
You got them 3 years in to become a bit of a tank again, because it's just...
Not really.
It should be 3 years, shouldn't it?
Get to July, get the cancellation. Like, right, I'm going back on the beer. Or whatever.
that's the problem.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is extreme.
This is extreme, though.
Yeah.
So you're so much. You fed up, like,
Yeah.
Like, you know, you go people, it just must be such a cross.
Oh yeah, massive. You remember in work, like on it was Fridays, we announced it off. Just left work like 6 o'clock in the afternoon, and it was like it's done. And like, I went home and bought slab, like,
Yeah.
I went home and I bought a slab.
What a slab, drank 2 cans.
It's in the garage, and like,
It's in the fridge, but...
Yeah.
I love it.
But even that,
it's hard.
even that weekend of the race, it was the weekend of the Queen died. So we're all in 10, we on the Friday.
Yeah.
And there was even talk of
They were
racing
on
again.
And Saunders, what?
Yeah,
They Saunders on the Friday, and they
didn't scrap it.
Yeah, they thought it was going to be a carryover then to the Saturday, the Sunday. But like,
I remember you got out to the WhatsApp group. You said,
When you're in those George, doesn't it?
It's the awkward onion in him. He's got onion blood.
the layers have come off slowly. They've been gone another 10 years. I've been with them anymore.
Thought was a new one. Ask Lewis that.
Everyone needs a bit of onion, don't they?
My great aunt, yeah, haven't I? So
anyone listens to this will know what I'm doing, isn't it?
Don't worry, no one listens, man.
We just got loads of coats set. Downloads.
Why, what about you, bud?
Well, I've got a bit of imposter syndrome here, if I'm honest, because
That's how I feel every weekend.
I don't classify myself as a triathlete, but from what I've sort of observed the last sort of year, most triathletes are really boring, so they asked me to come on and have a chat. No offence, you lovely triathlete people, I'm joking. But no, like, same as Ben, you know, come from a sport background, playing rugby, and I didn't have any interest in endurance or anything. I'm not built for it. Apart from endurance drinking maybe, but we went down to watch my brother-in-law Tom do the Ironman in, I think it was 2018 maybe.
That was Scott's year, wasn't it?
Yeah, sorry, yeah, Scott's Ironman year.
Yeah.
Sorry, Tom did.
How dare you mention Tom?
Sorry. And, you know, I remember my mother-in-law Barbara, she keeps on saying, you said that you never, or I said I'd never have the sort of went to be trained for something like it. And I had a bit of a health scare sort of back end of 2022, and my son said to me, you'd never be able to do an Ironman. So I said, hold my pint.
Yeah.
I was going to give it a go. Like,
in hospital.
yeah, I was, well, yeah, I was in hospital. The weekend I got rushed to hospital when we was on the caravan for a couple of days.
That's so serious.
Sorry?
Don't laugh, for serious.
Well, it was almost serious for people that look after me, but like,
He's
you
on
know,
the toilet with him.
I was on the toilet and I passed out.
That's what we call medicals.
Nothing to do with my really good looks in my voice. No, but yeah, so it was a case from that. I got into cycling during lockdown, and I really sort of fell into a really good groove of, you know, being out on the bike and stuff. But running and swimming, like, didn't even enter the equation. And I've always liked challenging myself, whether it's, you know, sort of doing a charting challenge. But yeah, my son said that, and I said, right, let's give it a go. And I was pretty dedicated for most of the year, and yeah, managed to do a triathlon. Yeah, triathlon before it, one triathlon, and then yeah, I did Tartar. Loads of things went wrong that day. I had a puncture like a kilometre away from transition on a bike, so I had to run in my cleats for a mile with my bike on my shoulder. But it was all cool. You know, one thing I've got is I've got a good sort of capacity and sort of good mental edge then to get through things. But I didn't put any pressure on myself. I really enjoyed the day. It was tough. It was boiling. It was really hot last day. But
outrageous.
If I can do an Ironman, I promise you anybody can, because I sat down on the night before with a Guinness and some fish and chips and backed on in the morning.
I still got it done.
Yeah.
Like say you've done really well, like we was down there
Yeah.
watching and like
really well.
playing around that.
Like, at that point, though, when you say anyone can do an Ironman, at that point of the training, doing the Ironman is the easy bit, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's everything else that's been done to it before.
Yes, the commitment.
Yeah. You train flat out.
The training.
My biggest thing was I really wanted to enjoy the day.
Yeah.
And for, I'd say 90% of the day, I did really enjoy the parts you go to dark places, and everybody says the same. But like my family were amazing. Louisa was so understanding of what needed to be done, and she was cool about everything. So it made it a lot easier. And it's like the buzz you get running around, not so much on a bike because you flying straight past, but. You know, I remember just coming to the end of the Ironman, and I was stopping and thanking people I didn't even know for coming out and supporting for the day, like. And I absolutely...
They literally support everyone.
Yeah.
They just...
They went like 2018. We supported a Spanish guy called Carlos every time we seen him. Like, it's like, vamos, Carlos! Followed the guy on Strava.
He'll send the odd message on Twitter. So, you know, it's gone back since. Didn't know he was up.
I'll see this then.
His name to me. I'm like,
They need him more than everyone else.
It's like us.
So how did he get on with you then? Once she was supporting him.
Yeah.
We found him on
Found him
Strava.
on Strava.
You linked on Strava.
Yeah.
Yeah, because obviously after the race, then seen like, oh, that must be him. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe I'll let him on him. Stopping him.
Yeah, basically. Yeah. He's like, this guy, he was just there. He looked like he was there on his own. I don't know, innit? But like Spanish and like, but he's quite good, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was good.
Even though he seems like he's a real good. I think he's a good swim biker. And
Yeah.
yeah.
I don't think he's a
Just
hard run stuff.
Yeah, no. But
But
That's mad.
you support quite a bit down there, didn't you? Because
I love it.
I remember.
Yeah, one of my favourite things to do.
Yeah, we thought you were dead.
Yeah, that was brilliant. Yeah.
It's
Ben, this tracker gone. What was that like?
When you come up bar break, I was like, oh my god, it's Ben.
You haven't come off.
It was weird experience for me because I thought I might be going too quick or something because everyone was surprised to see me. Like, I was I thought you knew I was doing this. Like.
But you've gone off for tracker completely.
Yeah. Down in Lamphy, I think.
We thought you'd had a foot puncture or come off or whatever, isn't it?
I think
I don't think I've ever been as happy to see
it
you.
was. Thanks, Vlad. I think I know what it was because I sort of like planned out a bit of a pit stop, and I did, and maybe I just I went off
Like
off the mat,
Yeah.
and maybe didn't come back on the mat.
So, like, the lad who stopped.
Yeah,
It is a night of a track, isn't it?
Yeah.
Again, I go back. It's one of my favourite days of the year. Like, I don't even know. I just love it. Like you say, 10 minutes or something else.
I got a photo of you. You took the top off and you swing the tree.
I'm like, honestly, I do lose it. Like I say, I'm so happy seeing all these people, different shapes, sizes, coming up our hill on a bike and then on a run. It's just,
That's going to be one of the best hills in sport in the Olympics.
I think it might have been you who said to me before, just try to take your time going up there because
But you
everybody
can't.
says,
Right.
he's up there. And it's like, I got to chill out there. And I got to the top there and had a lamb with the back.
It's just kind of
No, it's
got such a buzz.
Yeah.
You like, everyone's screaming. You end up bombing up there. You know,
Yeah, you do.
you get to the top and you think, I should have done that. Like, you just slow down. But I'm going to do it again. You know,
you're going to go come back again.
Yeah.
But even Kyle said, didn't even need to come on, like, he was the same, come back.
Unless you do it like you know what's going through your body. Like I'd run out. I'd run out like 12 people watching Celtic on a Saturday, and I didn't get that.
But every time you see somebody you know on that course, it gives you a boost, and it. So every little shout out you get, people up there, all your friends and family. It's all the other people that know you as well.
I seen someone on the run. I was 2 laps in, and they said, "Right, how many laps you on? 2." He went, "Oh fucking hell, but." I was like, "I didn't know." I need some encouragement.
What, you're halfway there or something?
Not dead. Oh, you went too far.
You know.
I can't watch it every year. I watch it and I'm like, I'm just doing an extra. And if they opened it straight away, I'd book it.
Yeah.
I've got time to realise you can't do
You're
it.
in that bubble of
Yeah.
you're going to sign up for anything, like.
But you should have transport off.
Yeah,
I think you can't do it.
It's pretty much.
It's not. No.
It's pretty much true.
Yeah, they strike where the irons off, don't they?
Because that's what they want.
Well, I don't book it.
I meant that as you couldn't.
yeah.
One and done, boys. Done it. I wouldn't do it. You would. Like,
I think as well.
Is that like long-term goal?
I think it's like long term.
Yeah.
It is, it's something I'd like to have a go at. And I would be like, definitely one and done. I say that, you don't know to, but I think I would. But yeah, I got other running things I want to do first.
Yeah.
But then I would, it's something I'd like to
I would dabble.
get out your comfort zone. So I would say, I don't know. Yeah.
it's a lot, like, isn't it? I can't be asked to train how much.
Yeah, listen, Black, I'm in exactly the same boat as you. I'm like 30 minutes max of exercise, but once you get into the groove of it, not that it takes over, but you start enjoying it, and the end goal, it's is that day down in Tenby.
I think it's a club thing as well. Like we're all in the same club and we've all trained together and stuff, and having that bit of structure and coaching as well.
Yeah.
Especially if you haven't done it before and you need advice on these people who've been there and done it. We've all turned to other people we can find all advice and be there's people experiencing us.
At all levels as well, or
Just different aspects
bits from everyone with all different levels of performance, as you want to call it. And you take it from everyone, can't you?
We were lucky the club started when it did, with Ben, Jay, Dean, and the boys taking it on, and small little valley, there was boys sort of running or training with battalions and whatever, and it's been a nice little sort of growth for the club, isn't it?
I said a million times, the biggest benefits of COVID were Microsoft Teams and endurance sports. It was a massive blow. So it leads us nicely on to the club as well. So, Dean, do you want to tell us a bit more about the club and where it came from and what's going on, really?
A bit like what Rod just led into. It's we were all bumping into each other at different events. Ben was in Port Talbot, I was in the club in Penabont. Other people were in Merthyr, other different clubs. So we're all from Maesteg, but we're all doing the same thing, training in different valleys. And then I think it was Jay or one of the boys started a WhatsApp group up, didn't they? And sort of just messaged every triathlete in the valley and said, "We're thinking of starting a club. Are you interested? We're going to do it the right way. We're going to become affiliated with Welsh Tri, so we're going to get coaches and everything involved." So that's where it sort of kicked off from, and that was, it'd be 2 years November that the club officially started. So we're only until 7 years. And fair play, there's a lot of stuff to sort out. Everybody on the group, all the interesting is a kid, isn't it? It's just we started a podcast. We're all debating like pink and blue, all these different colours when one of the things we did want to do was get a kit that stood out, and it does. You see, on course last weekend, you see people from the club and you can spot them quite easily. Yeah,
that goes back, sorry to jump in, but that's on Heartbreak Hill. You could see when the boys were coming up there because it's so different from all the other tri kits as well.
And like Brav done an amazing job, and SPR, I'm glad you were now. Like Brav couldn't do enough for us at the start of the process. And it was great, and things have fallen completely, haven't they?
And like that first year starting off, you see all these different people turning up to some of the training sessions, and like the people I aspired to when I first started going into triathlon, people I knew who had achieved things, people like Paul, Peter Cole, and other guys. There's a lot of experience in that group. And you just think, why didn't we do this years ago? We've all been in different clubs. We should have all been
like sort of on your own, not doing their own things because they were obviously elsewhere. But Maesteg, we've got how many have you got members now?
We're about 45 members.
Well, I know.
So I'd say like 90% all live in this town. It's
awesome, isn't it?
So I think I can't remember who was talking about Aled maybe when he was on with you a couple of weeks ago. I think he said something like it's something in the water in Maesteg because it's such a hotbed of triathlon. It's really talented guys as well and girls.
It's nice to see those who have not like the younger generation.
That's what I was going to say.
On like young in the 20s. If they stick to it, they'd be really good. That'll be second. They pick me up pretty well. I think it's not like the rugby's. So it's just not as what it used to be now, is it?
No one's getting seconds anymore.
I mean, like things like that. They can't. Some people can't commit to the rugby. Whatever. So I can train throughout the week as a triathlete.
Yeah, although there's like a lot of training, it's flexible around what your lifestyle. Because you've got different jobs. You've got different jobs. You've got different jobs. So you've all got to fit it in where you can. Everyone's got families now as well. Whereas the rugby, there used to be pressure, and I play second team rugby, and there's pressure for you to train twice a week. It's like, well, I don't have to because you're going to have 13 on Saturday, and I'm just going to rock up and play anyway. You need me before I need you. But they've come to me. But I forgot what I was going to say. So 40, 50 members at the moment.
Yeah.
Is that good? Like, is it? Because SPT is massive as well, isn't it? But it's probably still quite personal and everything as well. That's what I'm trying to get at, I think, rather than having those three. Nothing wrong with SPT, Mark, before you get him idea to kick off. But it's still a lot more personal, and it's a smaller catchment area as well, isn't it?
It is, and there are some big clubs out there, but you've got to have a big structure to support it. We've only got 5 coaches in the club. They're all local people. We were lucky enough to recruit Mel, one of the girls from Penabont, she was already a level 2 coach, so we had to set the structure up of the club. And Mel did that for Penabon, so she was great to bring on board because she helped us all a lot. And she's a good coach as well, of course. And she's good fun. And
I like spear.
yeah.
What's she doing in triathlon?
But yeah, you've got these big clubs where they've got big structures and you've got all the network around that. It does take up a lot of time, all the organisation and setting up the sessions and the coaching. But, I think, personally speaking, we're all like mates in our club. We all know each other. We're all from the same area. So it is quite a tight network.
It's great when a newbie turns up. Like if they turn up on a Thursday night for a swim in a pair of Bermuda shorts. Like...
And
which is intimidating, isn't it? You can go to a triathlon club where you think everyone's super duper fit and all that, and everyone looks after them. Like they're going to go into the bottom lane if they pretty unless they're a good swimmer, but they're going to go into the bottom lane and it's just me looked after. Like and that's everyone makes an effort and well took some.
Like for anybody getting into triathlon, even though my social circle was really big, I felt really small within sort of my own head with entering the triathlon world with swimming. I had my first swimming lesson like 11 months before I did Ironman, and going to the club sessions and seeing the progress and the understanding and sort of the nurturing environment that you've got, it just makes you start thinking yourself a bit more.
Yeah.
And that's really important. And like Ben was saying, you can see yourself progressing and you go from one lane to the other, and then it's nice. It's a really sort of inclusive sort of experience.
It's definitely better than going alone, isn't it?
Oh yeah.
I was going to say that because
I done that
like before there were clubs and whatever, and but we just in a sprint. The Ironman is much different, obviously, isn't it? But we were just going to the pool and Niki was doing lengths and I was chatting to people.
Honestly, like the volume, on a Saturday morning for partner, and like me, Ben used to tell me a few bits and bobs, much better swimmer than me.
Ben's a good swimmer.
Like he would do like 2 legs and just literally lean on the side, talk about it, like black. Who says 50 meters in people? He's not moving your ass, like just no, I'm alright. Ben, I can do it. That's what it's like. I can do a length. I'm fine.
Remember when we were on a bike ride as well? I was dead. Mad. You dropped me on bloody Cabo.
What made you sign up for them? Just to
Him. I can't remember what. Like you
I was just in good physical condition at the time.
Come up the back of rugby, he was fit, and he's like, come out running with me a couple of times. Then he just went like that. Let's do a triathlon. I was like, no. Come on, if you do that, I'll do this. It was something like that, and then I was like, I'll do a sprint. I'll do a sprint. I bought the wetsuit off Scott and a bike off Mellon. Like a road bike, like a old rally banana, something off Mellon. Like, and obviously I could just run.
I had like the second. I liked it actually, the run.
I enjoyed the day.
But I had like the second cheapest bike, because you never buy the cheapest, did it? Second cheapest bike off Argos or whatever for Christmas off my parents. I thought wetsuits are equal in it, so I bought the 2 bare feet one, surfing one. I was lucky really because I had that buoyancy and the float in the sea.
It was mad.
But and I ran it in like a pair of Nike Max 270s with massive air bubbles on it. But finished it and that was it.
Just finishing it.
But the day before when we went for a swim with sheds down the what's it called?
Upper Arm by
I went by Bargal.
Sheds took us down the night before.
And as soon as you get too far, and you've got to put your feet down, don't you?
Yeah.
And I went, put my feet down. And I was like, fuck, I'm not doing that. And then I had a panic attack that. And then I still got in the day after.
Yeah.
The same as you, but fuck it, I got to swim 750 metres by hook or by crook, innit?
Yeah.
Like I was saying earlier before we started recording, like I couldn't. Do you think you can swim? All you can do is not die in the water before you start actually swimming. And I had lessons down in Nuffield Health from Beth, who was really understanding with me for a couple of weeks, and I was really scared about open water swimming. We put a session on then, which was sort of simulated in the pool with people sort of climbing over it. But then we went down to Porthcawl, the May time when it was Lloyd. And I had a panic attack in the water. Yeah. I totally freaked out. The waves were big that day as well. It didn't help. But then the more you do something, the more you get used to it, innit? So so you just got to sort of persevere. But the club again put structure in place for people like me to do that.
Yeah,
to be able to progress.
We just winged it, really, didn't we? So do a bit of
like I say, I went
winged
once or twice before.
Do you think you can get going to the swimming in the sea? Do you think you can get used to it?
Yeah.
The more you can.
Yeah.
It's like even if you going in, it's like doing more like.
Yeah.
I love it now.
It's the better fight the water.
How was you then on Costa Rica?
Yeah.
Good time. You were just in the swim, didn't you?
Yeah, Dean was in as well.
Yeah, it was rough.
It was rough, yeah. But because you've been in that situation before, it's like,
Yeah,
right,
it's new, like, right.
chill out a little bit
Yeah.
now.
Mm.
You're not going to win the race.
Yeah.
You can complete it and just crack on. Just
That's the best part about endurance. It's only one person's going to win in it.
exactly. And if you know you're not
it's yours, isn't it?
like, why are you going to like go like hell for leather just to sit like get 2 minutes quicker?
Yeah.
No, it's doing experience a little bit as well.
That was the biggest thing I put on it because people used to laugh at me when I said I was going to get up in the water, do my best on the bike, and then walk a marathon on the Ironman. And I was no pressure on me other than just finish it. I went, you know, it's crazy the places you go to. And I on the long course swim, I'm going off on a tangent here. So up until long course weekend last year, the longest I'd ever swum continuously in one go was 1,500 metres in the Tata triathlon. So I signed up to do the 2.5 miles because I thought, or 2.4 miles. So I thought, right, let's get in there, do it. Lucky it was a lovely night last year. I don't know if you remember, but started swimming. Don't know why. Both my grandfathers who passed away popped in my head saying, "You're going to swim us tonight," and that's all I kept on thinking on the way round. Nothing else. I was just thinking about, you know, Papa John and Dad who's general. Like, you got me round. Like, that's great. And I don't know.
Swimming is an alien sort of thing to do with it.
Yeah, like on the
Like, did like, you know,
2,000 other people in
yeah, you're
So there's so many horror stories. I think Steve Holloway told me one when he done his first try in, I think it was Saundersfoot, and he got dumped and his goggles ripped off.
Yeah.
He's like, I got no goggles, like I just got in. Yeah, like he had a bit of a part.
At that point then, I'd be like, fucking
It's not.
have you had my bag? I'm off.
I remember Jay Sharma telling me actually, I had a spare pair of goggles on my thigh when I did Ironman. Like, just in case that happened. And I would never have thought of something like that. You know?
No, exactly.
I would do.
Yeah.
You know, I know.
That's where the experience thing comes in, though.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
like you do the tips. But, you know, you can get comfortable in the water. It takes time.
Yeah.
I've said, you do anything, you get comfortable. And the pool-based stuff's a good grounding for it. But it was good because the boys in the club, if somebody's going to do a session somewhere in the sea, then they'll inevitably put on a group and we can all get involved and all.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's a good advice.
If God forbid you go by yourself and something happens.
You can as well. You can.
Yeah.
You'll be a real bit swimmer. You love the water so panic time.
Yeah.
but we'll set up with a boy in the end of the pool on
Yeah.
Tuesday night, and then let's go out there
Yeah.
and let's get around that pool and you know,
Yeah.
and shut people.
It's like a racking drill.
You look like a north.
No. I just swim in the pool, just going.
Well, normally we are, but you know, a bit of
No,
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, I just swing
he's swinging.
Everybody loves those sessions, don't they? What did Scott Moore call it? The Royal Rumble.
Yeah, I like that.
Ted, your shade was coming back and saying, "Stop knocking off."
Boys, let's calm down now. Get a bit out of hand.
Yeah.
But like you said with the club environment, well, it is about, like, you'll have people that are better than you and this X, Y, and Z. Like Aubrey said when he was on last week as well, is he gets imposter syndrome sometimes, but he was on about his 50-minute 10K, wasn't he? But then there's people out there that would are busting to do a 50 minutes, and it's just seeing other people.
Yeah.
Like, when he started his YouTube, perhaps his 10K was an hour, and they've seen him be able to go down to 50. And it's just about being able to see it and relatable and realistic as well, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
100%. Yeah, like for an Iron Man, it's sort of impressive when people are taking, say, you know, 16 hours.
Yeah.
Sticking with it.
Time, and they're sticking with it.
It's so easy to give up, isn't it?
Yeah.
Do you mean?
That's why I don't get
You
faster
think-
or anything.
You think about normal things you put off.
Yeah.
That's what you're doing that in an Ironman, right? It's a full day.
Yeah.
You can't put anything off. You just got to get through it. And, you know, it's an amazing thing. And like I said earlier, the environment that the club have provided someone like me, who's a total novice. Obviously, the finish, like, I got to give a shout out to Kyle just in case he's listening as well. He was my coach throughout it, and I probably one of the frustrating months to coach because they are, you know, some sessions make the God miss because I might want to be or whatever, but you know, it's part of the beast.
Yeah, exactly.
But you have got like people with different skills and abilities. Like we got Matthew Davis in the club. His only thing, he was swim.
Yeah, he's a beast.
He's unbelievable. Obviously,
He's got skills.
He's unbelievable.
I'm web dance.
But then, like we've got something coming up next week as a Gary Vaughan half Ironman in Port Talbot. So we put out to the club. We got 4 relay teams going in there. So
Yeah.
somebody who's a good swimmer, big swimming, somebody like a good runner could do the running leg.
Yeah.
And we try to mix it up. And those sessions we've done really good in it.
Matthew's doing the swim for 4 teams.
He did ask me.
Paul ran over the man.
Like, what can I do it for? Just about 10 miles.
That you can get down to filming.
Remember call as well?
Oh, you are, yeah, this in your story.
Otherwise, I would.
Yeah, of course he would.
I just love messing about cameras and getting in. That's less worse than it. Like,
Yeah.
Word.
Oh, much more better.
much more better than that. What's next then? George, what have you got this year now? Anything, or you just
I
chicken over?
just want to get back fit, to be honest.
Yeah.
I missed the process of.
You look good in your swimsuit last week, though. You went
Do you
to.
think? No, I didn't see us.
I was looking at my phone.
No, just to get fit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just missed the process of doing something every day. Obviously, the 2 kids now, so you can't commit to too much.
No.
But if I can try and, I want to say for long course the half distance of every next. So just start training now. I just do little bits.
I think I'm going to do long course half next year.
Oh, it's pretty
Just looks like a good.
It's just
The run, yeah.
Run.
Yeah.
It's not a nice run.
They got nice run.
It's not a nice run.
So don't
So
make
nothing.
yeah.
I might sign up for Saundersfoot. Sprint either as the team relay or by myself. But I actually get fit,
Yeah.
and that's it really.
So this year.
Yeah,
Because that's
the
Friday.
Friday before man.
Sounds amazing. Watch.
Yeah,
Down watching last year, didn't it?
Yeah.
God,
Lost it out. Yeah, I feel tennies
It's
actually.
harder watching it than doing it.
I know.
Last year it was so hot as well. It was trekking around. Ben, what about you?
I'm doing the Gary Vaughan 70.3 next Saturday.
Relay or full?
Doing the full thing. Yeah. That's what we're doing this year, really.
That's it.
Party half.
Not do I know?
No, not to 9 months. Half a.
Is it harder to train when you're going to train for?
Yes, 100%. Yes, it's 100%.
Yeah, I chip in on that. It's not hard to train because I haven't trained.
I'm the same as that, but I have to have it's difficult.
Yeah, the same. It's just like there's no reason not to train those eight. You stay healthy, do it. Why do you need an event? But it's just nice to have that little carrot down. In like 6 months' time now, I got this. No, and you just keep training for them.
I think it's a bit different though, because from like I only run, like try is different because there's so much time and training goes into like I don't know how many hours you boys do a week. I know obviously some of the other boys have been off it and do loads. Like my 5-6 hours a week is enough, but then I'm to do like 10 plus. I can understand why you would want a bit of downtime and not have events planned. You know what I mean? Whereas I plan my year from like probably March on after cross country. I'm like, right, what am I doing? But try it can be like that must be daunting as well to like after.
But that number of hours, I think, is right. Like you will be running.
Yeah.
That's
That's a lot.
That's a lot.
A lot of it,
You know,
Yeah,
but
it's not in comparison to some of the boys that are on
No.
my sort of level, and some boys. Like I found I can't do it. Like years ago, when I was striving for 3, I got into a fucking mindset of like everything online I was seeing. You've got to be doing 80, 90 miles a week.
Yeah.
I've done it. And it fucked me. Like I know now I can't. I've learned to like the hard way. I can't do it. And like 60, 70 miles a week is my max, and that's when I'm in peak marathon training. I just learned that I can't do it. So I suppose it is different for different people.
yeah, but it's like a balancing thing, isn't it? You've got to try and work out what you can do in your life, like, and then what you're trying to get to. And it's all that, isn't it? You know, you're not going to.
Yeah, it's not just work and running, is it? It's not just work and triathlon. No. There's so many different stuff you've got in everywhere.
That's why I went out of that day as well. If you're chasing numbers, right, you've got to put the effort in. But if you're chasing, I just want a good time. It's different then. I missed loads of runs like on a Saturday. I was like, I can't do 100 miles today because I spend the time with like an hour, you know.
Yeah.
But in hindsight, I should have done it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, but you still didn't have a bad day, did you?
No, never bad day. But I was thinking, no,
And like say,
what if I did?
Yeah.
you're
You finished 20 places.
Yeah.
You would have finished
That's the
346.
Yeah.
Yeah. 366.
Yeah.
Right. Who gives a fuck?
Yeah, no one really.
Nobody does.
No, I didn't even ask you what position you finished in Ironman.
No.
They might have.
I don't think yeah, that's what I'm saying. But when I asked me what position,
Did they?
No.
Who was on about last week? Was it a park rest?
Maybe.
Some people do care though. Some people
Yeah.
fix
Oh, yeah, some
yeah.
And there's nothing wrong with that.
No.
If you want to push,
No,
yes, achieve, that's fine.
Yeah.
But that's the line between hobbyist and not hobbyist as well, then, isn't it?
Yeah. I'd always think, why do people push like hell for it? They don't get anything for it.
But they get something out of
They are.
Well, that's it. It's personal choice.
Personal.
Yeah.
I don't get that side.
Yeah, trying to beat yourself.
Yeah.
It's like when
I used to do it in my teens.
it's like you're trying to beat when you got a 5k PB, isn't it?
Yeah.
You're like, right, next I'm going to beat my 5k PB, and everything becomes just a battle. Will you know you've got Cardiff after one? Will you just train specifically running up to that then, or will you just keep doing what you're doing and see what you got?
Well, I didn't plan off last year, and I sort of bugged it up after that. I don't know, because like my mentality is I've done that, and I'm just going to chill out a bit. Then I should have kept on. You know,
Like kept the fit.
it's quite hot Cardiff last winter.
It was raining, wasn't it? And then it just went bang as soon as we started.
And yeah,
Use them all it.
so yeah.
We and I had a thing late that night.
Yeah.
That's the way we work.
But yes,
That's the way we work.
everyone was just bunging tops then because it was just pointless.
Yeah. But it would be nice to, like, because we're more chilled out, to have a bit of a sort of like go for it with the training specifically.
Just
for
like run block. Like.
Yeah.
I think everybody suffers a bit of a hangover after Ironman. And you still so
Yeah, you spoke about that, George, didn't you?
Yeah.
It was mentally challenging for you after finishing.
I definitely.
That's what you were doing. Same as you now.
I sold my bike within a couple of weeks. Wish I still had it.
You can have my 120 pounds.
Yeah, I started back my booze, eating, not training, from my weight back on. Like, you go from super fit to like really unfit.
Because again, you haven't got that thing of it. The car at there anyway.
That's it. Yeah, 100%.
Same with your bike.
But we missing Dean out though.
Yeah, we
This one back inside. Yeah, it's like I've been on a downward sort of slope since Ironman. It's it's everything that you look for the year, didn't it? Had a couple of charity rides at the beginning of the year. I did a ride with Head for Change up to Twickenham over 2 days, and then a couple of weeks after I rode out to Dublin for Tea Haven and Australia in the community. And since then I haven't really done much at all, and that's on my own doing. But I'm like, I haven't got anything to train for, so I signed up for Cardiff Half.
Oh, have you?
Yeah, to run Tea Haven.
Good.
So I'll probably start training in second week in September.
Give yourself a good man.
But I've done things this year. Like I had a message off one of my mates to sort of marshal on the Jiffy ride Cardiff to Swansea. So I'll do that in August, and I'll run the. Cheers, Nick. Just handed me for the listeners. He's just handed me a Blue Dog Lost, and that's where I've been for the last sort of 9 months. But so I do the Cardiff Half after Tea Haven with my wife Louisa.
Yeah.
And there's talk of a group, a club event next year doing the 7.3 out in Portugal. So that might be my comeback event.
Okay. Cardiff Half's banging, isn't it?
Yeah,
It's brilliant.
I did it years and years ago with the company that I work with, Paddy and Thomas, a tank engine round for autism awareness, and it's the only time I've really done it, and it was amazing. And that was 2012, 13.
It's just gone so big now.
It's like big as half, isn't it?
Now behind the Great North, is it there? Yeah. Oh, like, it's gone ridiculous.
That's city in it.
Yeah, so it's still it's good. Yeah, like that bit to the barrage there.
The barrage was banging last year. I walked it, so I know exactly how to do it.
I just think that a bit like you didn't know that's like if it's sort of coming up to halfway, it's I don't know, it's just that's my I love the race, don't get me wrong.
No, I know
it's class.
Yeah. Do you want to go what's planned this year?
No, not to be honest. I was targeting Long Course last weekend, so that was like all was in my own bit big, and then that was like kept me going for Christmas onwards. But every year I sign up to this. There's a sprint try in Ammanford. This always like early April.
Oh yeah.
So it gets you out when it's raining and dark in like February, March time. But I was deferred, so I think it's August bank holiday. So probably jump onto that. But yeah, and like similar like Ben, I might do Cardiff half. My daughter's running this year, first time for her. So like I can help you. She doesn't want me to, but
Yeah, they go for it.
yeah. But yeah, it's a bit of quiet back end of the year, and then pretty much with Rod. Then we're all targeting going to Portugal as a club next year.
Yeah.
So it's the first time we've ever done something like that. We put a bit of a poll out for which like European event did we like to go? So like Germany, Spain, Portugal. We've all come up with the Portugal one. So
Nando's and Superboc in a swim.
it's a novel one because you do about 6 miles cycling the Estrel Formula One track.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, on your bikes. So that'll be a bit of a good thing.
When is that? When?
October.
Oh, is this a late flight?
7.3 on his phone.
Yeah.
Oh, it's just a double up.
Yeah, and we're gonna do it with like partners and family.
Yeah.
and
Oh,
wives,
all good.
so we'll all go as a bit of a group.
Nice. So lovely.
Sorry, Lou, being a teacher.
Yeah.
Not your fault.
Never mind.
Tell you what fun
Yeah.
you can't make that. Well, that sounds good. To
Yeah.
Get the club going.
Yeah.
You don't win yet, or still like feelers out?
It's not really, is it? Like,
Yeah.
work.
Yeah, it's hard, isn't it? To
Say go away, travel, follow. I just think, yeah, it is. Yeah, well, I'm just thinking Liz is a teacher, Lou's a teacher. So we'll shack up again, like we did long course weekend last year.
Lucky you, Ben.
Ben made me have like
Walking wise,
10 pints before the half marathon. Just come out of that. It's all Ben's fault.
Oh, happy days. Cool. Anything else, Nick? Before we take a break?
No, I think we're good to me. So, anything else about club boys? You want to tell? Anyone want to join? We've up there today. Dean was there with the tent.
I
went in,
He spoke to one of the boys. He said, "Oh, I don't swim more." I said,
Well,
that's the reason to join.
that's the reason to join, yes, that's right.
Running the bike session.
Was it?
Nathan Smith.
Nathan Smith. So yeah, it was.
He's into his running now.
Yeah, he's working hard, Nick.
Yeah. So he's like, I said, "Oh, you're going to join then?" I'm like, I like the swimming, but I didn't like swimming. Nobody didn't like swimming. Do you like swimming?
I did like
I mean, nobody likes swimming. But it's good. We got the coaches there to help you. But if you don't want to swim, just do the relay stuff. You can do the relay stuff as well.
Really start,
Yeah, the relays are good.
Just the tag.
Yeah,
There is the shirt.
There's a Bartonship. I signed up straight away. You're responding,
Yeah, so when's the training? When can people come along? The message you on Facebook, Insta?
Yeah, we got a club email account, so we can anybody can drop us an email and we can give them all the details of the club. We do advertise or promote. We did at the back end of the year and it worked really well, like taster sessions.
Oh, yeah.
So like you said, the guy that was nervous about swimming, he just said, come along on a Thursday night, come and watch if you want to, or come and participate. Have a go, or come along to the run session, or meet up for a club bike ride. If you like, get joined. And to be fair, I think everybody that's come to a taster has joined. They've all got something out of it, and it's not as daunting as they think it's going to be.
No.
And
Never is it?
No,
it's not. It was good training. Something like that.
Same with everything, isn't it?
Yeah.
So just type in Maesteg Tri and what's the interest?
We'll just put a link up on
Yeah, someone all out.
Oh, I've seen it below.
Tag, link, subscribe, share, all that.
For the value you get, like, what's it, 40 quid?
40 quid, yeah.
But we might even, like, drop out so for the end of the year. The value you get in terms of, like, just for swimming.
Yeah.
Like, basically, a coach will be with you in the bottom, teaching improve technique and everything else.
Yeah.
Breathing is a big thing. Like, everyone just doesn't breathe for 2 minutes and just everything we've been taught. Like, it's worth it just for that.
It's just swimming lessons, 20 quid for like half an hour.
Exactly.
And you pay in 40 quid and you get another every Thursday.
And a free gift if you join in January.
Free kids.
Scout off events as well.
Yeah.
Through club.
And great.
Right, boys, let's sign up.
Blacky's still got a chip in his head.
Which way from when?
Good. Sausage and batters, because they also dip it in with their fingers and the end of the sausage wouldn't be battered. Anyways, that's the time to take a break, boys.
We take guests off speed.
We take a break and we got some this or that next.
Yeah, you got some. Like questions as well, haven't we?
Yeah, we'll be right back.
When did you work for you?
When? Welcome back. Right, we've got our usual slot. This is this or that. We've got 4 boys to make it quick, no thinking, right? Think you ready?
Yeah. Right, first up, I don't really know much of this one, but Ironman or T100. It's his new thing, isn't it?
Iron Man.
Iron Man.
T100.
You probably don't even know what it is. John fighting the life. It's a new company, isn't it? It's like...
Yes,
It's a chain, isn't it?
It's like a tournament. Yeah, like job, is it? Trying to be,
I think
yeah,
it's
100k.
no, 100 mile.
100 mile.
It is.
Iron Man just with experience in the day.
Of like the day. Like,
Yeah.
made a bigger thing than
Yeah.
Made a beast. Yeah. Is it even involved now? Because you have TV, right? You have big trail, Mont Blanc, they're like day apart. So it's just crazy.
Yeah, but they were rip-off.
Oh yeah, that's cool. They have said, I am animal. Right, next one, boys. An 8-hour ride or a 3-hour run?
8-hour ride.
3-hour run.
8-hour ride. Half and half. Shave the legs or not shave the legs?
Oh, shave legs.
Shave the legs.
Never shave my legs.
Not me, I've done a couple of times. What's the games on our legs? What's the
Because they
Oh,
look.
this is,
Yeah.
I think I'm just like, oh my God, shave my legs.
I thought it was games to us.
Street line, yeah.
It is games to it if we're going to ride a bike really fast in the first place. If you're just plodding around.
Oh, from that,
I just like shave my legs.
Yeah, it's on my legs. Double legs. And you look.
Just look shit.
It does on the right leg.
Right, tea or coffee?
Coffee.
Tea, guys. I'm coffee. Well, no, I'm probably a bit bored half and half. Last one, you're out on a long 8-hour bike ride, wherever it is, you're bonking. Would you rather an energy bar or a Mars bar?
Mars.
bar. Oh, I'd go Mars, yeah.
Oh, any Snickers or any last Snickers.
Yeah.
You're still George with one chocolate, son. It's easier to rattle back.
Loads of them says to me, your sisters just say one or the other.
He's going to ask everyone what's their favourite biscuit now, right?
Right, and last one, I like this one. Would you rather be able to swim like a shark or run like a cheetah?
Run like a cheetah because I'm in the water very often.
Swim like a shark.
Yeah, run. 3-1 for the run.
What's so quick and we'll get the milk?
It is a running podcast, so we win, lads.
Run for the pint.
Yeah.
Right, let's have a look at some of the questions we had off Instagram, and then we'll wrap it up. Obviously, a lot of these are for Ben or Dean because we didn't know you two were going to crash a party, but we can join in on something, right? Oh, actually, the 4 of you will be here now. So who's the best swimmer? How do you 4?
I'll take.
Who's the best runner out of you 3? 4.
Ben. Yeah, Ben's a bandit. It's like back at the day, go back to the Cardiff half. Remember we turned up once and you didn't bring your trainers, remember? You had to go buy a pair of trainers. It's still run
Yeah.
bandit.
Yeah, but last year in long course, we had, genuine, I'm not lying, we had like 8 or 10 pints the night before. Bag of chips to me on the South Beach.
Sharing it with someone.
Honestly, yeah, we have to look out for the seagull. Backed out like a 1:38 half marathon on that quad.
Yeah, that's one. Yeah.
Biker.
Rod, he's good.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not much between you two.
That's this strong. They got the push ups and more.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got Jimmy Boy's calves.
And who's the best all-rounder?
Oh, as a person, me. Well, you'd have to get your Iron Man knob out for
Ben.
that. No,
Ben,
you'd have to get your Iron Man knob out.
I'd say Ben.
Yeah.
But this is the thing. It doesn't matter. It don't matter.
No,
does it?
no, it's just a question.
It's lovely.
I'm just thinking of the best.
No, we've been sent these.
You know what?
Yeah, like
I told you it would be Ben, didn't I?
everybody's the best in their own way. Guys.
Yeah, exactly.
It's the easy answer.
We got some bad questions. How long did it take Dean to build a full half-pipe ramp in his back garden?
That is a true question, that is actually.
It's all half pipe.
I built a half pipe in my mother's back garden as a kid. She went on holidays for 2 weeks and she come back and she opened the back door and she went, "What's that?" And I built a half pipe in the garden.
Oh.
So 2 weeks is the answer.
Yeah.
to that.
2 weeks when my mum was away.
Snapback or trucker hats?
What's what?
That's trucker.
No, the first one.
I like the snapback.
Snapback.
Yeah.
Technically, they're all snapbacks because that's the
They are.
snap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I know what you mean. The different styles.
Yeah.
They get
You
confused.
made this thing we got.
I like that one. It's a snap. That's why it's called the snap.
Black, yeah, those freaking things there.
What did you call that? Like a peak, which is
Yeah, I thought that was a snap.
I thought that there used to be like
baseball. No, but
the base, but there used to be like the fitted without. They were
Yeah.
fitted, weren't they? But then that means it's got all the way around.
You have a size in it. Just
Yeah,
like
size to your head, yeah. But that's all I know about caps. Let's have a look. Ben, another one for you. Have you tapped into the famous Westbury water from number 35 yet?
this is.
I don't.
It's reference to Charlie Jenkins.
Yeah.
It used to be opposite. And I can tell you, right, I embarrassed myself by going across and saying I was going to Cardiff half. This is before I knew Arlid. He was just a little.
You just telling everyone in the street.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
I went
It came up anyway. And I said, she said, "Oh yeah, right, okay." And I said, "Oh, I'm hoping to do a good time, like 1:45 or something." She goes, "Oh, my son does it. My son does it in 1:18 or something." That was awesome. But yeah.
No, my son does it in something like
No,
26.
I'm happy.
Let's have a look. What else have we got? Dean, have you always worked for Santa? That's an elf joke.
I gotta say, right, I am the official poster boy for the Christmas Maesteg Park, right? I've only ever done it in my elf outfit.
Ah, nice.
I even get called elf on the course in June. The elf's back.
Right, two more to wrap it up. Another one for you, Ben. By the time you forgot to pick Jay up for a club run.
Oh, it was
Tell us that
there,
story.
yeah.
That was a bit embarrassing.
It was quite funny, actually.
Thing is, right, as good a friend as I am to Jay, doesn't know we've owned.
Yeah.
So he still thinks he can give me a quick message and say, pick us up tonight before going training, and then not remind me, like, you know. Whereas other people don't remind me.
Before.
You know what? I was up there. I was happy, wasn't I?
You, Freeman.
I was happy I wasn't last. I said, I'm waiting for Jay beer.
He's on the
Sorry.
I'm
Sorry, Jay.
I was amazed that up there today, you're 10 to 10.
Yeah.
Like, it was,
Got it.
that's crazy. This podcast is interrupted by an ad from XL Blinds. If you need any blinds, please give XL Blinds a follow on all social media platforms. If you need blinds for your house, your garage, your car, your dog, whatever, we will supply and fit blinds to you at any time.
We'll cut up in every Right, last one. What would your superhero power be if you could choose one?
That's it.
Really cool.
Oh,
Should we come back to you, George?
yeah, let's think of this one.
Flying in it. Just
Flying.
Fly back.
Yeah, I'd like to be able to teleport or travel back to time and stuff. Yeah, just have a look.
I've always wanted to be able to like just live and exist and breathe underwater and have a look around.
Davis?
Like go in there and have a look around like without having to worry about drowning. Like that's always been mine.
Really?
Yeah.
Aquaman job.
Kinda, yeah. Something like that. Yeah.
You look a bit like what?
Right, that's not the first time I've heard that. Dean going.
Time travel, I think. Like,
Traveling. George, should we get you back on next week?
Come back.
drag it out, right? Drag it out.
I'm going to go with, it's just come to my head now.
You've been thinking for 5 minutes, hasn't it?
Just like jumping real far.
Yeah, what will we do after?
And the room and clock.
On the clock.
It's like literally, alright, want to go down there a minute? It's flying, you got to fly, you take off and land, jump, you just jump. No, you need a runway.
What?
Yeah, they're jumping really far and high.
This episode is sponsored by Magic Mushrooms.
Right. Excellent.
Jesus.
Thank you very much, boys. It's been a pleasure.
Yeah, thank you.
Oh, thanks for having us, boys.
Yeah, keep up the good work. Yeah, you fly a flag for the valley and people who like or don't like running. So
I don't even like it.
And he's been back. I appreciate it coming, boys, and yeah, it was good hours.
Yeah.
Cheers, boys. Cheers, thank you. Cheers, boys. Cheers.
I just
Fine. No, but I want to take one. Do you wrap it up?
Yeah, that's it from us this week. Here's my dog again. Friends of ours.
Don't know anything over.
Yeah, another one. Thanks to the boys for coming. And we will see you on Friday night. Actually, sorry, we got a shakeout run down Porthcawl with Rack. 6:30 in Night Car Park Road Grind. We're going to do a nice easy 5k and then
And try to stay open a bit for as well if you want.
coffee or a beer. So everyone come down, you're all welcome. Be there a little before 1:30, obviously. And then we will see you on Porthcawl start line. Cheers all. Thank you.
Bye bye.